New workplace calls for a new keyboard. Some time back, I built a custom keyboard for my workplace using TM90. After moving into a new workplace, I decided to upgrade upon that and kind of do a sleeper build. My eyes went towards Monsgeek M3W. Why? It comes in with a colorway that's ideal for a sleeper build, has tri-mode connectivity which I absolutely needed, and it's a TKL, my favorite form factor. And also, this is the only aluminum TKL bare bones I could get my hands on. So this video is not only about the workplace build, but also a review of this keyboard in current context and how it stacks up versus the others now. A quick like and subscribe to my channel is highly appreciated as they motivate me to work hard and publish more videos like this. Okay, before going into the build, let's take a quick look into the board specs. It's a TKL made out of anodized CNC aluminum and available in 3 colorways. No fancy backweights or something like that, but there are these nice golden side accent bars. The PCB is a 1.6mm 5-pin hot swap PCB with south-facing RGB LED and tri-mode connectivity. The PCB uses scale hot swap sockets. The mode switcher is hidden beneath the caps lock for a clean design. It uses Monsgeek driver software to program the PCB, including secondary layers, RGB, and many more. And this software is also available in Mac. As it's obvious, the board lacks QMKY, but the software kind of works like that. As for the mounting, it uses silicon gasket jackets around the polycarbonate plate like all its siblings. This mounting style gives a nice typing feel with even sound. Plus, the board uses decent amount of dampening materials including IXP sheet, boron PCB foam, plate foam, and some case foams. The stock stabilizers are plate-mounted ones, but PCB also supports screw-in stabs. So as you have already seen before in the short video that I've made earlier, I had to brought the pre-built variant of M3W that comes with these gradient keycaps and Akko Cream YOLO V3 Pro switches. And this is how it sounds. I don't like it. I don't like the look, I don't like the sound. So let's get rid of all these and make my own custom build. Opening the board is actually really easy. After opening up the board, I detach the PCB from plate. So the first thing that I've done is the tape mod. Although the kit comes with one, that one is quite meh. So I used my own one and did a layer of tape mod. Next, I did a force break mod. So it's a recurring pattern that Monsgeek boards need force break mod in order to remove the case resonance. Then I added some polyfill inside of the case and kept the case foam kind of thing as well. Then I assembled the board. As for the stabilizers, the stock ones are really nice and well tuned, so I don't think I need to do much on that. But I decided to go with the best plate mounted stabilizers of all time, the Everglade Panda V3. So I tuned them with Krytox 205 Grade 0 and wears with dielectric grace. Next up are the switches. I wanted to go for a switch that is dead silent. So the thing is that I don't want to annoy my colleagues around me. Plus, I love tactile switches, so I went for the Akko's new Silent Penguin tactile switches. These are the new switches from Akko that are really good. I think they are currently the best tactile switches on the market. Why? Let me explain. As for the specs, it's a 5-pin tactile switch, the housing made of PS66 material. The stem is POM with silicon dampeners attached to the rail. It uses 19mm springs. The switches come in factory lubed. Actuation distance is at 2mm with 50 gram of force, and the switch bottoms out at 3.3mm distance with 65 gram of max force. Now let me explain how the switch feels. it has a P-shaped bump. That is, the tactility starts right at the top, which is at 0.4mm distance. The bump is quite sharp but not too aggressive, with a rounded feel, and is quite smooth. The peak force is around 58 gram. The tactility is kind of similar to that of Durox Soundfloor if I have to draw a comparison. The best part about this switch is that it isn't as mushy as the other silent switches out there. It felt more like a cushioned type feel during each press. The bottom out distance is a bit shorter at 3.3mm, and to be fair, if it were a bit higher, like in the range of 3.5mm, that would have been amazing. As for the rebound feel, it has a snappy rebound that I actually really liked during the typing. As for the sound, it's dead silent. You're going to hear that during the sound test. To be fair, for the price of just 31 cents per switch, I don't think anything could beat it right at this moment. In short, you're going to get an amazing tactile experience, but without any sound. As for the keycaps, I went for these black on grey cherry profile double-check PVD keycaps that cost like $15. They are pretty nice looking and does complement the case color. With all that done, let's go for the sound test. See, I told you, it sounds dead silent. Not only that, this has actually fit in nicely on my office desk with a very stealthy look. So I guess you are wondering, well, you have been using silent switches, so what's the point of all these mods? So time to show you guys what the mods actually did to the board and how does it perform with other switches as well. It sounds really good. To be fair, in the past Monsgeek boards that I've seen, after modding, the Monsgeek board sounds really good compared to what they offer in stock. Okay, it's a nice build for sure, but in late 2024, how does Monsgeek M3W compare versus all the other competition in the market? So the Monsgeek M3W bare bones cost around $84 and fully assembled one cost around $98. If I consider in the perspective of pre-built TKL, there is Makoze GX87, which is unbeatable considering it has a nice backplate, F13 TKL layout, great sounding switches, tri-mode connection, ball catch mechanism with a very affordable starting price of just $65. There is this new Faker Galaxy 80 that the people really liked, and it costs like $60 in bare bones format. That is also gasket mounted, comes in with polycarbonate plate, and has tri-mode connectivity that is similar to Monsgeek M3W. Then if you consider the 75% keyboards, there are tons under $100 like Chilke ND75, Warmere RD75, Warmere SK75, Breach 75, VGN VXC 75V2, and offerings from Jinmeng, Ola, and Attack Shark. All of these possess some sort of unique mounting styles, great switches and keycaps, QMK support, and some unique features. Not only that, they sound great right out of the box and need no modding or whatsoever. As you can see, the M3W requires decent amount of modding to make it sound decent. So yeah, Monsgeek M3W is kinda in a tough spot at this moment, and with time passing by, it will be in even more. But if I'm being honest, Monsgeek's boards are really solid in my eyes. I have 3 in my collection and I loved all of them. But their bare bones variant are actually better than their pre-built ones. So I would recommend considering the bare bones variant only. Considering the current market, Monsgeek should start dropping the prices a bit more and maybe start launching unique stuff in the future. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to compete with the others. So yeah, that's all for today. Hope you like it. Stay tuned for more videos. With that, goodbye and have a great day.